Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for joining me today. Today we're gonna be talking about my favorite pieces of gear for 2020. That's right, I've named a few ones that I'm giving awards to. Got some nice medals, some trophies I'm gonna be handing out. No, just kidding. But really, it is my favorite gear of 2020. And so we're gonna be diving through 5 different pieces of gear that I feel like are critical for you to know that are some of my favorites, right? So if you're new to the channel, we're Outdoor Vitals. My name is Tayson, I'm the founder here. And this channel is all about getting you outside more comfortably, more confidently, helping you live ultralight, which is our motto here. Anyways, so if you're interested in that kind of stuff, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you click the bell notification so that you can be notified every time we release a video. With that, let's dive right into my favorite gear of 2020. All right, here's number 1 on the list. These are my ultralight chairs. Both of these are weighing in under a pound. You've probably heard of the Hammocks. It's very, very common. This is the Flexlight Air from REI. It's an awesome chair, but let me show you something kind of interesting that I did. Might be interesting to you. You're probably saying, like, you're showing me 2 products. What's your actual favorite product? Well, they don't really make my favorite product. See, this is the Flexlight frame, and this is the Hammocks chair. I bought both of them, doing a little bit of R&D, just looking at stuff, and I found that I liked the chair in the Hammocks and the frame on the Flexlight. All right, so you saw that took me about 10 seconds. If it didn't take me 10 seconds, whoever's editing this video, please edit that down to 10 seconds. This is it. This is the Flexlight frame on the Hammocks. I remember when I went out with Backcountry Exposure and Dan Becker on a hike earlier this year, they pulled out their Hammocks chairs and I pulled out mine. They were like, what the heck is that? They sat in it and they're like, that's noticeably better. Anyways, I don't want to sell you on all that. All I'm saying is these things weigh about 15 to 16 ounces. They're a luxury ultralight item. Absolutely, I classify this as a luxury ultralight item. I use it on most of my hikes. I don't use it on every hike, but it has made a world of difference to hang around camp, have a place to sit. I took it out when I went backpacking with my little 3-year-old boy this summer. We were just hanging out at camp a lot more than I typically would be, and I loved it. It was worth its weight in gold. And also REI or Hammocks, you guys better get your stuff together and get this design combined because this is definitely superior. If I had to tell you to buy one though right now, I'd probably lean towards the Flexlight just because I prefer this frame. Either one, you're gonna be happy. So that's number 1 on my favorite from 2020. All right, so I'm sure you guys have never heard of this one before. This is my Katadyn water filter. Just kidding, I've talked about this a ton because it is just that awesome. I switched to this product this year and we've been testing it, putting a lot of miles on it, and it's just been phenomenal. Its flow rate is exceptional. Filter's way faster. I actually like the ergonomics. I used to think that this was kind of big and bulky, but honestly, after having it, it's really not. It is more money, but part of what you're paying for when you pay more money is you're getting this nice bag with it. You can buy these separate. They're a decent amount of money. Buying it together, it is more premium, a little bit more expensive, but they're super, super nice. Again, the flow rate on this has just been exceptional. That's really the big thing for me is the flow rate is so good and the weight on this thing has just been awesome. So for a couple ounces, you're gonna get a phenomenal filter and it is worth its weight in gold over any alternative that I've ever tried on the market. So this definitely makes my list for my favorites for 2020. You might be saying, hey Tayson, I haven't been able to get this on the website. I know Katadyn has had some issues with stock this year as the demand on these has gone up so significantly, but go put your name on the list on our website or get on our email list and we'll make sure to let you know when these are back in stock. So number 3 on my list, you're never gonna guess this, it is my pants. My Sochi Pants here. Yes, they are stretchy, as you can tell by my range of motion. No, I'm really not stretchable. Stretchable? It's not a thing. Flexible is a thing though. I'm really not flexible. Sochi Pants, honestly, I wear them each and every day. I know a lot of you guys are just getting your Sochi Pants. It's been a long wait. I'm the lucky one. I've got to wear them for a long time, about 1.5 years, but really got to wear them this entire year. And I would say I spent 95% of every day of my life in these pants this last year because they're just that good. Whether I'm hiking, I'm wearing them. In the office, I'm wearing them. Traveling, I'm wearing them. Wherever I go, I've been wearing these things. They've been phenomenal. I can't not put them on the list, to be honest, because I don't use any piece of gear, as much as I use these. As an honorable mention, I didn't want to mention the Dragonwool, but just for the sheer fact that I use these every single day, and I use the Dragonwool a lot, but not every single day. So my number 3 item on my favorite gear for 2020 is the Sochi Pants. We just shipped all the pre-orders, so we have them now on the website. If you're interested, go check them out, and let's jump to number 4. So number 4 on my list is this little guy right here. No, not that one. This little guy. This is my shot glass. No, just kidding. This is my alcohol stove. I switched to the Tokes alcohol stove this year, and I was already sold on alcohol stoves somehow. I don't know how, because I'll get to that in a different video. I switched to this one, and my burn times, my cook times, everything went up significantly. I might burn a little bit more alcohol in this particular model. I don't really know, but everything I know is that this has been a far, far, far superior alcohol stove to what I was using earlier. I love alcohol stoves anyways, but this kind of rekindled it and made me have a much better argument to all of my team members that are still using gas canister stoves, because I don't have to cook nearly as long as I used to when they'd all be nearly eating. I'd still be warming up my water, right? That wasn't a great deal. But now this thing cooks significantly faster, and it makes my favorite gear of 2020. All right, last but not least is the Shadowlight 60 liter. This one's the 45, but 60 liter is the one I typically have been using. Also keep in mind, this is actually gonna be gray. There's a few things. These are getting super, super close to our warehouse. So we'll have the actual finished ones to show. Actually, the finished ones we have are currently off getting photographed. But anywho, the Shadowlight 60 is definitely on my favorite. I've used it a ton this year. Used it through a bunch of different prototypes. You've seen it on probably all of our trips on this channel, but it's been a game changer. The comfort of it, the way that it organizes things, the fabrics, just all of it. I've been in love with this pack. Our designer, Brigham, just a huge shout out to him. I feel like he did a phenomenal job. Our manufacturing partners have done a phenomenal job. I cannot wait to get this. This really up-leveled me from some of the other packs I was using. You've probably seen our pack before this one. I actually wasn't even using that pack anymore because it was just too outdated. I designed it, and there was definitely things that needed to get tweaked, and as I started to lighten my pack, I switched to some other packs out there. But switching from those other ultralight packs on the market to this was just an absolute game changer. I love the Shadowlight Backpacks. Clearly a ton of you do as well, because our pre-orders are off the charts for this thing, which we're super stoked for. But the Shadowlight absolutely makes my list. It is a huge impact. I mean, if you're going backpacking, a backpack is pretty dang important. One of the most important pieces that I'm taking with me is my backpack. So this was just a massive upgrade in my gear list. I mean, it literally up-leveled every piece of it. I'm super stoked about it. So this absolutely makes my list for my favorite gear for 2020. And if you're interested in this piece, just so you know, it is coming to our website super, super soon. Bear with us. In January, you will see this live on the website. All right, so that's it, guys. Thanks for joining me on this video. I want to hear what you guys think is your best gear for 2020. Maybe I'll put it in a second video if some of you guys have some great suggestions, but I'd love for this conversation to continue below in the comments. So tell me what your favorite piece of gear is for 2020, and we'll keep this conversation going. Thanks for joining us. We will see you on the next one.